literature, but of the divine master. The authors I did not love, but Jesus I loved. And so wouldn't it be not only a career, but an apostolate to be teaching theology? And so that summer, I approached the Dean Villaba, herself a cursillista and a Dominican tertiary. And so I requested, may I transfer from English to theology? In the eyes of the world, that would be some kind of demotion, right? I was teaching major literature subjects to seniors. I was in charge of the English department of AB, and now I would go down. But you know, in the spiritual life, the only way to go up is by going down, right? You go down in order to go up. And so slowly, the literature subjects became theology subjects. And I was very happy. And that is why I tell theology professors, we are blessed, we are fortunate, because we have all this in heaven too. It's both a career and an apostolate. And there is joy because you are preaching the Word of God. As Saint Catherine of Siena said, it is heaven, all the way to heaven, if you are doing what you enjoy doing. Third story. One, incidentally, I stayed in AB until 1984. I turned 60 and I retired because at that time, 1984, Ninoy was assassinated, 83, and in 84, I joined my husband, who was editor of the Veritas. I joined Cardinal Sin in order to work to topple the dictatorship. And it happened in 1986. Third story. Thinking about it now, that change from literature to theology, as the Americans would say, I changed horses in midstream, and I never regretted the change. Third story. June 1992. I went to the father's residence because I wanted to see the Secretary General then for some business matters. And when I was standing before the information desk, who would come down the stairs but Father Roland de la Rosa? And so when he saw me, he said, "Mommy, I have known him since he was in the seminary. My husband was publications director. My daughter was editor-in-chief of the Varsitarian, and Father Roland was a section editor." So when he saw me, he said, "Mommy, how are you?" I was widowed the year before. So he was really concerned. "How are you?" I said, "Father, I'm fine." "What are you doing now?" "I'm still with the group giving retreats to public school teachers. And he said, you know, I was thinking of you. He said, Father, you have good ESP. Here I am. I was thinking of you because I was thinking of setting up a center for campus ministry. Will you help me? You know, the words, will you help me, are magic words to me. I am a soft touch. I can never say no to anyone who asks for help if I can do it, if it's in my power to do it. So I was silent, and he prodded me. He said, I'll make you the director. And I said, Father, no. A priest should be the director. I will assist. So that means yes. He said, well, I guess so. And so I said, I'll give you your appointment papers on Monday. And he turned and he went out to the main building. And I stood there. What happened? I was thinking to myself, I had nothing. I had no item. I had no office. I had no job description. What did I have? I had only faith. Faith in myself. Faith in Father Roland. Faith in the university. And so when he went out, I turned around and went to the chapel to pray. Impelled by faith, definitely. The fourth story. The last 3 months, I spent working on a book. That book is an account of all the events, all the speeches, all the accounts that transpired during the tricentennial of the Universidad de Santo Tomas de Manila, as it was called. I translated 200 pages from Spanish to English. Very interesting. What Bishop Bacani said in the will of Bishop Benavides, he gave 1,500 and 100 books. All of them are in that book. But I will relate one interesting happening that happened, that transpired. Imagine 1910, 1911, a century ago. The University of Santo Tomas at that time was going through financial crisis. Imagine if you will, consider the political situation at that time. In 1898, we had our own revolution, Malolos Congress, a few months of independence, the Spanish-American War, the Treaty of Paris, where Spain ceded the Philippines to the United States. Consider the many difficulties that the university had to go through.